And good evening, everyone. We welcome you into our home on this uh, cloudy, rainy, cold Thursday evening. Did I get that right, Jazz? And we're going to give you a second to join in. And let's have a great time of fellowship this evening. Jazzy has gotten everything ready. And I'm thankful for you, Jazzy. And everybody else is thankful for you. Yeah. So, it's been a long day, but I tell you, if Jazzy said she wouldn't tell on me, but I'll go ahead and tell that I came home and took a 35-minute nap. Yeah, and this pretty girl was right beside me. Okay, tonight is a popular music night. It's when we roll out the barrel to have a barrel of fun. Okay, it's raining here, so raindrops keep falling on my head. And the reason why she's grooming now is because she has spent all day preparing for tonight and she didn't have time to get ready. So, is that right, Jazzy? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. I'm singing in the rain. One more. How about Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain? The 12th of Never. That's a long, long time. I think that was right. Patsy Cline's Crazy. Crazy for loving you. That's all I can sing. I don't know the words. And have I told you lately that I love you? Old Cape Cod. Just a reminder, tonight is popular music. We do the hymns on Tuesdays and Sunday mornings, and we do this just for a little bit of variety. I'm going to try Till the End of Time. Okay, when the red, red robin comes, bob up and... Okay, y'all, I'm going to do one more request here and no more requests because I have a couple of new songs to play and we have a we have a lineup, and we're going to cut off in about 20 minutes. So I have 2 requests there that I'm going to do right now, and after that, no more requests. Harbor Lights. Pat, we have no control over you getting notifications. That's in your settings, and I wish we did, but we don't. We have thousands and thousands of people that I believe would be watching tonight if they knew about it. But for some reason, Facebook tries to keep that away from you. So anyway, just know that we are here on Thursday nights, every Thursday nights, playing popular music. Tuesday nights, hymns, 7 o'clock. And Sunday morning, traditional hymns at 8 a.m., all Central Time. And we are always here. Very rarely do we miss. Right, Jazzy? Some Enchanted Evening. And actually, you can. We always want you to like and follow, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get notifications, because we have a lot of followers and nobody ever gets notified. So it's in your settings, but you can put it in your settings and it might work for. Just know that we're always here. I wish we could do more. Okay. April Showers. this is a song, like Till the End of Time. Somebody, a resident at a place, asked me to play that, so that's why I learned that. As this song today was really the first. I mean, I might have played it before, but it's almost in my head. April Love. Let me start this over. And like the gentleman today that requested that, and I watched him as I played, and he just had his eyes shut, and you could tell that he had a million memories flooding through his head. I just tell you that these people are very special to me that I play for, and I was notified. There's a lady that's always just been a big fan of my music, and she always goes to memory care after I play in assisted living, and she sings back there. And anyway, they notified me today that she was pretty much on her deathbed, and I went early to go by her room to give her a 5-minute concert, and she just perked up and smiled and started singing with me, and we prayed and I cried, and it was anyway. I'm thankful that I can be used. One song can bring back 1,000 memories. Okay, so here's another request that I learned that I think I can play. Wichita Lineman. something like that. And of course, I had one little memory care lady. You know, I've always done this. And normally they'll tell me, but this little lady the other day, Shirley, she said, I think you need to play a little bit more, and then I'll tell you what it is. And I thought that was sweet. In your Easter bonnet, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade. The last date the Tennessee Waltz. Okay, so the next three songs, Jazzy has added a favorite to her list. So here's three of her, not her very favorite, but this one right here. And this is a new one for her that's Jazzy, are you ready? Don't fall asleep on me. Okay, here's another one. Before I wind up with patriotic music, Tuesday there was a nursing home that I played at, and it was April Fool's Day, and Lorna, the activity girl, excellent person, but she put on the calendar for April Fool, she put on there yodeling with Gathan Graham, and she sent me a text Monday, and she said, I hope you know how to yodel. She was only kidding. So anyway, this is how I started, since they were not really expecting yodeling. But this is my yodel. Y'all ready? Okay. Let's see here. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with. I have not practiced this, but I'm gonna start with "Oh Canada." Okay. And Janet, it's good to see you on tonight because you're always coming in at the late after working hard all day. And so I'm thankful to see you enjoy the music with everybody. Uh, uh, yeah, I'm going to start yodeling more. That's what Jazzy told me to do. So, right, Jazzy? Are you still with me? Okay. Hey, Jazzy. Jazzy, here. Turn around so they can see you. Okay, are you ready? We're going to do God Bless America now. Okay, the Army. Air Force. Okay, we're going to play Stars and Stripes forever. I'm not going to play it forever. I'm just looking at something here real quick. 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6. I'm almost here. Okay. Stars and Stripes forever, and then Jazzy will tell you good night. I think I'll start all over. So by tomorrow evening, by tomorrow evening, when I finish playing tomorrow evening, I will have played 38 hours this week from Sunday, 6 days in a row. So if anybody wonders why I stay in bed all day Saturday, it's because it's the right thing to do. And I'm just thankful that I can do it. And again, at least 35 hours of taking my piano with me wherever I go and playing it. Jazzy, I just wish y'all could come along with me. There's so much I can never share because of privacy stuff, but we just know that we have a wonderful time, right, Jazzy? Jazzy, first of all, you know what? Here, we're gonna say hi to everybody. Say hi, Jazzy. That was hello. Oh, that was beautiful, Jazzy. That was beautiful. Look at the camera, everybody. Hey, look, hold on. Hold on. Mm. Well, we appreciate you very much. We'll see you Sunday morning for a jazzy sunrise. And be weather aware. Oh, you know what? There is a Graham Gathan. My name's Gathan Graham. But there is people sending out friend requests from Graham Gathan, or it's just crazy. So just as always, be careful. I don't send out friend requests. Be careful. Anybody that's a general in the army, widowed, it just makes me sick because they're typically some Nigerian person, female, acting like a man. So anyway, they're just a con artist. So anyway, just be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. Oh, Andy does a great job, and I do my best to try to keep things blocked and whatever, but it's impossible to be on this all the time. So with that being said, be careful and be careful. And be careful on emails and text messages and people that say it's your bank. If they say it's your bank, call them back. Call them back, not at the number they called, but the number. Just be careful. There's so much fraud out there. Anyway. Have a good night. We appreciate you very much, and we'll see you Sunday morning for a jazzy sunrise of traditional hymns at 8 a.m. And remember, we're here 3 times a week. Tuesday evenings hymns, 7 o'clock Central Time. Thursday evening, 7 o'clock Central Time. Popular music in 8 o'clock. Did I say that right, Jazzy? She said, yeah. So have a good night. We'll see you Sunday morning. Remember, Jesus loves you and the best is yet to come. Bye-bye.